I just had this with my water heater. So our water heater started leaking. And the guy, I'm like, I go out there and I'm like, show me what's going on. He's like, oh, it had a leak here. It's not actually the water heater. It's the pipes above it. And so I'm going to, and he starts going into technical stuff. I'm going to go here and I'm going to use a shark bite here instead of brazing it because of XYZ. And I'm like, right on, man. Like, will it leak? No, but I'm going to use a blah, blah, blah. And we're going to take it to this many, newtons of force. I'm like,
here's my card.
Right on. Will it leak? Like, all I care about is I don't want it leaking in my house again,
Yeah.
And it was my little experience of like, he's giving the technical reasons why. I'm like, right on, brother. But I did appreciate just the fact that he did a good job of honoring where we were. He's like looking at the whole picture because he's like working on our water heater. And he said, all right, let me just tell you what's going to happen. I need to shut this off for an hour. So why don't you go inside? If the washing machine's going, a dishwasher, either we can stop those or I can wait. But just tell me, and does anybody need to take a shower? I was like, oh, that's cool. Like, it would be bad if I had to get a kid ready for school and we have no hot water, right?
Yeah.
So I appreciated that. And he said, okay. And then when he was done, he said, all right, when you turn it back on, there's a bunch of air in the system because we did XYZ. So it's going to make this like kunk, 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 blasting sound. And I want you to know it's totally normal. Nothing's wrong, but just find the highest point in your entire system. It's usually like master bedroom shower. Let that run for a few minutes. It's going to make all sorts of noise. But again, there's nothing to worry about. It's totally normal. And then we'll be good. And he said, if you come out here 24 hours from now, just give a look. And he pointed like here, here, and here. If there's no water, it's 100% fixed. And I was like, man.
If everyone in healthcare just did that.
Yeah.
We're golden.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. The other thing that I thought was great, that company as well, when they were coming out, so it's a plumbing company, 2 hours before he arrives, I get a picture. Hey, and it has a picture of the guy. It said, this is Raymond. He's going to be at your house for your, appointment at 10 a.m.
That's awesome. Yeah.
So it's him, and the backdrop is his truck. So I know exactly what the truck looks like. I know what he looks like. And it said, on average, Raymond receives, and I can tell it's like piped in there, 4.8 stars.
Wow.
And I'm like, talk about trust, because how many people like you are at your office, and so some random dude is going to show up to, take care of your water heater. It's your wife's at home, and inherently you're nervous, right?
Yeah.
And if you now have a picture like, hey, this is the guy, and you can tell your wife, like, if this dude doesn't show up, like, keep the door locked, like, And they, at the bottom of the message, say, give us a call if you have any questions about the service tech. And I was like, man, talk about a trust builder. It was pretty amazing.
It's awesome.
Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Trust Driven Insights, brought to you by Trust Driven Care. Imagine a world where all your patient communication is in one place, seamless, effortless, and on autopilot. That's the power of trust-driven care. If you're ready to streamline your practice, check out trustdrivencare.com and see what's possible. Trust-driven insights, real conversations, smarter care, stronger business.